to understand or think of beyond our comprehension, being conditioned so we follow the Mahajan and then we understand everything. Among Mahajan we had start with pure Mahajan, Narada. Narada was Sadhu, Swami. He is one of the greatest devotee. So we try to associate with him. What he is telling to his disciple Vyasdev. Vyasdev is asking how he became such a great devotee. He is telling. So please listen. Alright? Then we follow the monk. We become devotee. We are trying now. Hare Krishna. Hare Bol. Here welcome Bhakti Das. Dear devotee, we can learn so much for him. I am so fortunate. Welcome Bhakti Das. Dandavad.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Reading from the Srimad Bhagavatam, first canto, 5th chapter, verse number 23.
This is what the translation.
Translation. O Muni, in the last millennium, I was born as the son of a certain maidservant, engaged in the service of Brahmins, who were following the principles of Vedanta. When they were living together during the 4 months of the rainy season, I was engaged in their personal service. So this is Narad Muni is telling his disciple Vyasdev purpose. The wonder of an atmosphere surcharged with devotional service to the Lord is briefly described herein by Sri Narad Muni. He was the son of the most insignificant parentage. He was not properly educated. Still, because his complete energy was engaged in the service of the Lord, he became an immortal sage. Such is the powerful action of devotional service. The living entities are the marginal energy of the Lord, and therefore they are meant for being properly utilized in the transcendental loving service of the Lord. When this is not done, one's situation is called Maya. Therefore, the illusion of Maya is at once dissipated as soon as one's full energy is converted in the service of the Lord instead of in sense enjoyment. From the personal example of Sri Narad Muni in his previous birth, it is clear that the service of the Lord begins with the service of the Lord's bona fide servants. The Lord says that the service of His servants is greater than His personal service. Service of the devotee is more valuable than the service of the Lord. One should therefore choose a bona fide servant of the Lord, constantly engaged in his service, accept such a servant as the spiritual master, and engage himself in the spiritual master's service. Such a spiritual master is the transparent medium by which to visualize the Lord, who is beyond the conception of the material senses. By service of the bona fide spiritual master, the Lord consents to reveal himself in proportion to the service rendered. Utilization of the human energy in the service of the Lord is the progressive path of salvation. The whole cosmic creation becomes at once identical with the Lord as soon as service in relation with the Lord is rendered under the guidance of a bona fide spiritual master. The expert spiritual master knows the art of utilizing everything to glorify the Lord. And therefore, under his guidance, the whole world can be turned into the spiritual abode by the divine grace of the Lord's servant.
Here, Prabhupada is telling, the purpose is not Prabhupada is telling his own experience, his realization. Also, the other of Acharya is very valuable within this. But if you listen what Narottama is saying to his disciple, please listen. Saying, although they were impartial by nature, those followers of the Vedanta, blessed me with their causelessness, because he is serving them. That is why ISKCON is like that. We are trying to serve his pure devotee Prabhupada and his mission, who did his Guru. And this is going on, coming 10,000 years. Of course, provided how strictly we are following his instruction. As far as I was concerned, self-control, and I had no attachment for sport. Even though I was God, in addition, I was not naughty, and I did not speak more than me. All these things are required. And want to become a devotee, this is telling. In Bhagavad Gita, what Prabhupada said, all the Vedas are searching after me. Vedas are going. We are doing the same thing. Goswami is doing the same thing, teaching us. The best devotee, Radharani, not the bride from Krishna. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is teaching in the mood of Radharani coming best, how to serve Krishna. He taught the Goswami, and Prabhupada said, follow the Goswami, I am following. Feeling separation, little high, separation from Krishna, as they say, that they say. He Braj-devi ke chagalite, he Nandasna Uta. So first of all, Prabhupada said, you should come to know. And our Goswami is teaching us. The statement is a science, Prabhupada says, Tattva. Not just. Adho Suddha, just you have come here. Today is called Sadhu Sanga. Prabhupada is a Sadhu, pure devotee, Vaishnava, pure Vaishnava, and we are trying to follow Prabhupada. Prabhupada giving their essence of all our acharyas teaching us, Sampradaya, very simple. And you here meeting for 2 days from different places to hear about the great devotees, what Prabhupada is saying, so that we can learn how to make progress in devotional life, starting with Adho Shraddha. And some faith, some eagerness in the beginning, same eagerness. to hear Krishna Su 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 Suddhadhanas. Here we attract attention, love and devotion. Then result is Vasudeva Katha. Are we developing this in Harikatha? Then telling other step how it is coming. We associate with the devotees. And how to associate each of them can be explained part by part in detail. Then you have got more pain, you become serious, you make relations with Guru Parampara Sadhu, representative, just as we are here. And repeat what Guru says, just to purify us. I'm here, purify, associating. Here is my God brothers and others said. Here Narad Muni, how serving, Prabhupada said, don't remain in the lower platform of Paristodika, attached to only the Giti. This Paristodika. You know, God is there. So you worship the Giti. The higher there is Mudra. He has got symptoms. His faith is such that nobody can shatter him. He only practicing devotional service. But Uttam Adhikari, who sees everybody serving, he is only not serving. You should not copy him. But Prabhupada said, don't remain close. At least come more close. He is a preacher. It is a preaching movement. Bringing others, how to bring others to Krishna consciousness? Sometimes by distributing book, we will associate with the great devotees, Prabhupada and others. One day will become Bhakti. Some others by preaching, inviting others come to ISKCON, giving prasad, it is very nice. Talk to him. So they come again and he become Bhakti. He said, I want to serve, I want to do job like that. Das, who is here, what Prabhupada said that here, hearing, what's the ambiguity? So here this way, we are associating with Prabhupada through his instruction. What he said, just here. And Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says that Vedanta subject matter are only the three, namely to establish relations from Manda, living entities and personality of God, perform regulative duties in devotional service and thus achieve the ultimate goal, back to God, eternal life, full of knowledge and peace. Here, life is not eternal, neither full of peace, just full of misery. And other place which is perfect, Vaikuntha, Goloka Vrindavan. Always engage in Krishna service and finding unlimited bliss. Now this thing will go slowly, step by step. Vaikuntha means Vigata Kunta, no anxiety. Now, this devotional service actually non-defined from spiritual. Our Acharya said, Goloka Prema Harinam. It is this holy name. We can simply by chanting and its progress, everything will be everything. That we are now chanting, hardly can say chanting. It's just words are coming. Of course, those are advanced, that is different. We can free from Aparad. Now we talk about free from Aparad, and that will come your step. And it has many more. And we can ask ourselves, are you free from anxiety? Yes. You have tension? You are very low pressure. Because the Buddha made free from anxiety. This is the first symptom. Devotional service, pure devotional service means the sixth symptom. Place of me, Subhaga, place of me, the three types of pleasure. Adhyatmic, Adhyogik, Adhyogik. Here to people try to give you, put you in anxiety, put you in distress. This one. Adhyogik, natural disaster, tsunami, earthquake, too much rain, flood, all this. Like that they are. Nobody is free from all these things. But devotee is not affected by that much. Simply by serving Krishna, they are free from anxiety. And life becomes auspicious. Those who are for some time in the movement, they will experience all these things. Then they don't care for mukti, whether I am born, come back in this spiritual or not. Best thing is full pain of all these things. If you go on devotion, self is already liberated from material contamination. Because that is our constitutional position. We are servants of Krishna. At present, being tatastha, marginal state, you can sometimes be carried away by Maya, sometimes doing devotions and pure. So anything could happen. We should be very careful. In 24 hours, engage in Krishna service is like you are in the sun. Maya or shade cannot come to you darkness. We see the now to his life and what Prabhupada explained. Any person? As such, Vedantavadis or the followers of Vedanta indicate the pure devotees, the personality of Godhead. Such Vedantavadis or Bhakti Vedanta are impartial in distributing the transcendental knowledge of devotional service. To them, no one is enemy or friend. No one is educated and no one is especially favorable or no one is unfavorable. Bhakti Vedanta see that the people in general have wasted his time in false, sensuous things. This is material law. This is after sense gratification. कामस्कर्णस्य प्रतिलाभो जीव का जावता जीवस्य तत्व जिज्ञासा जीव indicates what I am, Sanatana Krishna. He can be called a human being, otherwise seeing in the eye of scripture or what the Lord says, more or less like in an animal form. That means simply know and improve how to eat, heart, nidra, sleep, enjoy sensual pleasure, man, woman, physical union, the pleasure they get. Very deeply rooted. This material world, everybody is after it, this is called Moitru Naga. Pleasure get from tongue to eat. Some say, I like in Japan, who is telling some people 20 miles or kilometers go, just some through bus, the restaurant people sell, so to test, fried some part of it. You see how much this tongue wants to taste varieties of things, and thus get entangled and come back here. But devotees simply don't give up, simply take prasad and give up all. No meat preserved, no illicit sex, no gambling. Ritual world also, men, women there, husband, wife. But they get so much pleasure serving Krishna, the Lord. Even in the material world, but with the Krishna concept. Say, Jonacha, they say, when this thing, desire come, I split on this side, split. So, From this we can learn so much things, where we are situated. And if you follow Prabhupada, you can come to the state one. That is the real life. We can ask ourselves, where am I? We are going through the airport, say, very good. Starbucks coffee. At once. So I take a breakfast and start to. But if you are Krishna conscious, advancing, I say, no! Advance. This is called controlling. Your senses. Simply engaging. Senses like Krishna Sasri Jadavika. That is why we are taking prasad. And many of us have already given up what we are experiencing, eating things which are not prasad, maybe food in the mode of passion. And those are not disregarded. It does not matter what is our external dress, whether I have got done. Indicating a high position, actually I am not. I am just trying to respect it. I am giving this position. And we should ask Prabhupada say, are you in that position? Try. So I am giving position, sir, to tell Harikatha, speak to you and doing, just repeating, trying to become disciple of my Guru. And he become purified if he bless me. One day, to become something, quality has got little bit ahead. So that I get the right to serve you. Here. Let us see what Prabhupada is saying. To them, Bhaktivedanta see that the people in general are wasting time in false sensuous. Most of them outside play. How many here? So many outside. In the city, watching TV, discussing in the newspaper what is the given, in the cell phone, all the news, advertisement, up to worst thing sensual, pornography. You can see where they are heading for. As they are associating, accordingly their destination will be determined. Sanga, Sanga, Day-3. So we are associating with Prabhupada. Prabhupada has got back to Godhead. We are also going back to Godhead. Gradually. As much as we are following what Prabhupada said here. Let us listen what Prabhupada said. The business is to get the ignorant mass of people to re-establish the lost relationship with the personality of Godhead. Let us become a Sadhu, not Sadhu or essence. By such endeavor, even the most forgotten soul is roused up to the sense of spiritual life. I am not this body, is the beginning. Then, what I am? I am a small spark from the biggest form. Fire, say sun. So sometimes Krishna is compared with the sun to understand. And you are like a small spark. As long as you are pure, our service, that's significant. Spark falls in water, finished. So some become stone, some become like tea, consciousness. Some fallen in a straw, dry, one burning. In other words, one is the mode of goodness, is there, well situated in devotion. One is mode of passion, and very good. Maybe in some dry grass, is sometimes the fire is there, then extinct. So you see many devotees come. They should come gradually try to bring himself in a mode of goodness by controlling mind, chanting Hare Krishna and doing Hare Krishna. Controlling senses, engaging in Krishna's service. maintain purity of body, taking bath, come to Mangalarti, and also inside, always thinking of Krishna, Swami, all for them. Then Bishop, Apana Jatuchi, beginning, never forget Krishna. Minimize, as in sleeping, minimize sleep, then minimize eating. Eat sleep, eat late, eat little, just what is required to keep the body fit, so that we can serve Krishna. And thus, sleep automatically minimized 6 hours. More sleeping, more in ignorance. So these days, our Goswamis are sleeping 1 hour, 1.5. Sleeping, eating, all finished. And most of it are, because they are in bliss. They don't care for eating, sleeping. Just like Maharaj told you. Listening Harikatha from Shukadev Goswami or Giti. In this connection, I tell you, one day, Prabhupada was talking. Brajavasi's Bhakti, Krishna, and devotees listening in his room, darshan room. Number is increasing more and more. There's a honey come, take test, and bumblebee testing honey, and gradually gets stuck. Doesn't know where. So devotee is listening, when pure devotee Prabhupada, listening so much, more coming, never goes there. Time passed of breakfast, 1 hour, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, 11, 2 hours passed. So many devotees, one cannot go. Suddenly, almost maybe 12:30 or 1/4. Some guy is pushing and disturbing. Goes, hey, who is disturbing? Whatever comes in mind. Prabhupada and teaching each other. Why are you disturbing here? Tell this to me. I came here for your guidance. What guidance you want? Ask what you require. You're in charge. You don't have that. No, but only you can solve. How I can solve? Then you speak from there. Prabhupada, unless you stop, they come there, I cannot cook or do nothing. But why? Because I don't have utensils. I require utensils. So tell your teacher, get more utensils. No, I am limited. And these people did not go to take prasad breakfast, and so they are still engaged all in utensils. And I require to understand. But the devotees don't want to do. Why? They are liking this prasad. They don't care. Because they become free from body. Demand, eating, sleeping. One example. So this way, one they will forget. This way, devotees, those are in Vaikuntha, they forget all this man, woman relation and pleasure. Even here, those who become perfect in Krishna consciousness, this is true. We cannot say now, all of us. Artificial intelligence. Better be as you are, so. But before initiation, the boy became more and more advanced in discipline. That is called disciple. Maharaj, Prabhupada, I have taken initiation from you. I got the mala. Prabhupada, are you serving? I am serving my Guru. Are you doing some serving? This is Diksha. Maharaj, I have got Diksha, but not doing anything. I will become free from my unless you are engaging in the body, mind, and everything. That's why I see so many devotees, so many gone for various reasons. So that you don't go, remain. Now the ISKCON authority said, one of the initiation time, never leave ISKCON. But before the initiation, become disciplined, which is very essential for one who wishes to make progress in the life. So, when you get ruchi, taste, and you make relationship with somebody and you tell, I will follow your instruction, it's a big time. You chastise it. You don't do this. You have to do that. What he said. Shishya means Sadhu. Sadhu means Sasantu. He will chastise you. And you have to accept. Discipline. So disciple come, the word disciple come from discipline. Who is self-control, discipline, obedient to his guide, spiritual master, follow his instruction, other carry out his order. And he cannot go back. Doesn't matter, he has got a stand. I am disciple, I am Brahmin. Real Brahmin is who has got this quality of Brahmin. Real sannyasi is quality of sannyasi. Real Guru is what is the quality of the spiritual master. Everything is here, Prabhupada says, which is very essential for one who wishes to make progress in his life. So, as you follow his instruction, you become first of all anartharic Bhakti. Bhajan he is doing, getting up early in the morning, coming to Mangalarti, finishing his job work. How many here attend the Mangalarti? Please say. Good. How many finish 16 down before sunrise? That is the mode of goodness. This time you do its best. You want to make progress. You have to keep yourself pure. The mode of goodness. At least focus. They easily carried a mode of passion and ignorance, do so many things. Nonsense. Which is happening to us. Before first stage, anartharic Bhakti. You don't take a lower stage of eat outside food. You don't have intimate relation with opposite gender. You don't do, take things which are intoxicant. Okay. This is anartha, according to Prabhupada, in the beginning stage. Then there are higher things that I don't go to. Let us first of all digest what Prabhupada gave. What Prabhupada said, I am still to tell you. Then he said, who wishes to make progress? Anartha Bhakti, then Nishtha, he becomes Nishtha devotee. The system of Varnashram Dharma, which is the beginning of actual human life, small boys after 5 years of age are sent to become brahmachari at the Guru's ashram, that means Gurukul. Prabhupada is the Guru. Acharya means teaches by example, he himself. So he opened Gurukul in Dallas, Mayapur, Vrindavan, and others. And again, for the just sort, simple living, so that they can live ideal Vaishnava life, that's the farm community. Different parts of the world, I don't know, mention. Grow their own food, clothing, everything, completely not depend on outside, hardly any, and can practice this for 3 months, they work hard. Rest of them have got a food, everything required, and absorb in Krishna concept. 9 months, chanting, dancing as much as can. Other time, not that. as much as they can. And this way, whether there is a grihastha, sthanestita, brahmachari, sannyasi, vanaprastha, anybody can become pure devotee, following Prabhupada and go back to Godhead, eternal life, full of knowledge. There is Narottama is like this. In this system, Varnashram Dharma, which is the beginning of actual human life, small boys are just as you say, go to Gurukul. Time is running out. The training was compulsory, not only to create good citizens of the state, but also to prepare each boy's future life for spiritual realization. That is why I find so much difficult without that simple what Prabhupada said. Difficult to control senses. Yes or no? Yes or no?
Yes.
Prabhupada said, what I gave you, don't change basic thing. If you change what will happen, I am not saying. Obedience. You've got to do it if you want to go back. That is all. The training was compulsory, not only to training. Also to prepare each boy's future life for spiritual realizing Krishna. The irresponsible life of sense enjoyment was unknown to the children of the followers of Varnashram system. I saw Kumpa stand there happy, taking rice, dal, and so. Sometimes many things like affluence, too much. One who is not strong enough, easily carried away. This happens, we are experiencing. The boy was even injected with spiritual acumen. Acumen.
Intelligence.
Ability. With spiritual ability. The boys was even injected with spiritual ability. Yes. Before being placed by the father in the womb of the mother. Both the father and mother were responsible for boy. Success in being liberated on the mention of one day. Thakur, pray, give me a pure devotee boy. Here is Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati. So ideal just means you will bring children who can deliver their father and mother if they are not advanced enough. Brahmachari is state dependent. To remain brahmachari, I think next to impossible. I am going through beautiful life as I see. So percent. But we have to have hope against hope and try our best for that. That is the process of successful family planning. It is to beget children for complete perfection without being self-controlled. We are trying. Without being disciplined, without being fully obedient, each instruction of Guru. Follow. Object you want. Profuse blessing of the law of the Guru. Follow each and every instruction as it is. It is ideal. No one can become successful in following the instruction of the teacher. Very difficult. That is why he is Guru. Guru means heavy, otherwise low. Very light. Without doing so, no one is able to go back to Godhead. Time is over. Maybe there are many enlightened souls here. I said if they allow me time, I welcome comment and question. Thank you very much. May Lord bless us. I am seeing some smiling faces. Enlightened, hopefully. Can enlighten us. Hare Krishna. Go. Time is running out. Please respond.
Hare Krishna, Gurumaharaj.
Related to this verse. Yes.
Gurumaharaj, how to become qualified to get service from spiritual master and also get his Thakur's blessings?
How to qualify? Can you make your wording very simple and straight? Can you become qualified to ask?
Even how to get Thakur's blessings from spiritual master?
Be obedient to him, follow his instruction. Yeah? Follow his instruction. Your sentence is such, I find it difficult what you exactly mean. How to become qualified to ask? Very simple.
It's not, we do not get every time chance to get service from Guru Maharaj directly. So, how to get service from Guru Maharaj?
The general instruction is there through his lecture. We are personal, people personal see. But you have to go through, there's some system there. Immediately with your instructor, you ask him, you're satisfied, then you ask. Make sense?
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
Now stop, please, let other run. You have assumed us?
Yes.
I'm not surprised you put this question. Thank you very much. Hello? Any other? You are already qualified. You know everything. What is written, you just follow it. Now, change your ashram, follow idea, just like. And as much as you follow, that much you make progress, and understand and realize, like Zen, Asim, and yes. Keep that thing. I have limitation.
What if one thinks that one has received a certain instruction from a spiritual master, but he considers himself unqualified to follow that instruction?
Spiritual master, as I understand from Prabhupada, you will give him that instruction, and when you give instruction, you also give him ability. Now, how much he is serious and sincere depends.
So, but what if one thinks like
One by one. That is what Prabhupada said. Now you ask. I have limitation. That's
but what if one actually thinks that oneself not qualified?
He is. He is in ignorance. And Guru is enlightened. So we should. Guru is enlightened, supposed to be. And he should accept it. What Guru says. He may be thinking, these all are things I am sorry. Guru knows more than him. Yes or no? Doesn't Guru know more than him? Otherwise, how to become Guru?
So then one should understand that one is mistaken.
Sorry?
That one is actually must be also actually qualified.
I will put in my way, not say in your way. I will say, when I give him to do this, that means automatically I give him the power so that he can do. How much you are now have faith in your Guru? I will put it this. Now how do you take it? Something. Any other? Please. Thank you, Bhakti Muradas Prabhu.
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु महाराज धन्यवाद साहब। गृहस्थ जीवन में रहते हुए जब चैटिंग करते हैं जपा करते हैं उस टाइम मन बहुत इधर उधर भागता है।
बहुत संक्षेप में बोलिए, टू द पॉइंट। Tell in English so the others know. So it's clear.
In the Grihastha ashram, when we chant Hare Krishna, our mind is always roaming here and there.
Then the question है, हाँ ठीक कहा, होगा तो सबको ही होगा, हम लोग को होगा, हाँ ठीक कहा। The question कहाँ है? How to control mind? ना? I think ना? आप पूछते चाहता कि चंचल मन को किसे शांत करना क्या?
जी गुरु महाराज।
बहुत अच्छा। ये अर्जुन भी कहा था चंचल नहीं बना। आप तो कहे गए अर्जुन भी कहा। कृष्ण का क्या कहा? कृष्ण से somebody can tell? Otherwise I will. अभ्यास है ना तू वैराग्य न अभ्यास में तू कौन थे वैराग्य न ये पढ़ा आप पढ़ो बाबा नहीं पढ़ेगा तो कैसे चलेगा आपका लिए है बेटा अर्जुन तो है बड़ा भक्त अब अर्जुन का चरण चिन्ह आपको अनुसरण करना है Let's follow the blueprints of Arjuna, follow blueprint, what Prabhupada say, instruction, whatever come in mind, kick out. Mind को सुबह जूता मारो, सुबह उठो, 100 बार, और रात में सोने का पहले, लेटने का पहले, झाड़ू लेके मारो 100 बार। मतलब जो कुछ मान रहा है, उसको कंट्रोल करके Prabhupada kick out. आप पिकअप करने नहीं से अच्छा ठीक से भजन नहीं कर वो आपको कब्जा में ले आएगा you will be taken over by Maya whatever that thing coming in your mind yes or no yes tell the truth if not if you are not doing your bhajan you will be carried away वो जो बोलेगा वही आप करेंगे आपको पता है you know I shouldn't do you will do yes or no yes. Get it confirmed by Bhakti. This is what I do. और कोई सवाल है? समझ गया जी? भजन ठीक से कीजिए, सुबह हमारा हुआ? कितना टाइम लिया?
1.5 घंटे।
हाँ अच्छा से करें तो 2 hours। कई बजे खत्म किया? सूर्य उदय का पहले?
नहीं सूर्योदय के बाद।
Before sunrise? थोड़ा स्पीड कमाइए
आफ्टर सनराइज
अच्छा से पूरा वर्ड करना हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 ध्यान देके सुनिए अगर आँख खुला है तो दूसरा चीज देखा ध्यान तो उसमें कुछ चला जाता पर्सन कितना हम कहने नहीं ये आप भगवान का साथ संगत कर रहा भगवान कृष्ण जी आपका जीवा में नृत्य कर रहा लेकिन आपको साथ मिलता नहीं क्योंकि आप डिजीज है आप मतलब हम सब आज जितना करेगा अच्छा उतना रियलाइजेशन सब कुछ जान लेगा भगवान सब हृदय से प्रकट कर समझ गया इससे ज्यादा बोलेगा हर आदमी विभिन्न स्टेज में है सीढ़ी में है लेकिन ऊपर सीढ़ी में चला गया तो नीचे जल्दी लिफ्ट में चला जाना उसके लिए भी मूल्य देने पड़ेगा लिफ्ट में जाने से पैसा ज्यादा वैसे ही भक्ति ठीक से कर अब कोई रहता any other question any comment yes
गुरुमहाराज, हम सुना कि भक्ति के मार्ग में आगे बढ़ने के लिए काम और ईर्षा छोड़ना पड़ेगा, लेकिन हम भौतिक संसार में ईर्षा कर रहे हैं, भक्तों के संसार में भी मैं ईर्षा कर रहा हूँ, कभी बैठ के, कभी सुन के, कभी, तो हाउ आई कैन इंक्रीज अवर डिवोशनल सर्विस?
Can you please tell it in English?
His question is that we understand, we hear that to advance in devotional service, we have to give up lust and envy, Isha. But even being amongst devotees, we are calm and Isha is coming. So how can we advance? What is the solution?
Thank you very much. We are changing our body, millions of life in different body, and you have got always this last, eternal living, enviousness. Material existence means envious. तो इतना जल्दी जाएगा? तो gradual process. इसे का नष्ट प्रायेषु अवद्रेषु नित्यं भागवतसे भगवती उत्तम श्लोके भक्ति भवति तदा रजस्तमो भावा कामुनुवादर्शते चेत एतो अनादितं शीतं सत्ते प्रसीदति। सतगुण में आना चाहिए, इसलिए प्रभुपाद बोला भक्त को पहले कम से कम ब्राह्मण का गुण संपन्न होना चाहिए। वो क्या है? समो दमो तपो शौचो शांति आर्जवम ज्ञान विज्ञान आस्तिकम ब्रह्मकर्म स्वभावजम, ये 9 लिखा है। श्रीमद् भागवत में 12 है, तो कम से कम ब्राह्मण गुण। अगर आप पहले वैष्णव बन गया तो ब्राह्मण का गुण ऐसे ही आ जाना चाहिए, समझ जाता है। तो तमो रजोगुण का प्रभाव से मुक्त होना चाहिए, सतोगुण में स्थित होना चाहिए हमेशा। इसलिए कहा यू मस्ट गेट अप अर्ली इन द मॉर्निंग, ब्रह्म टेक बाथ, कम टू मंगला, सम ऑफ द सतोगुण, देन डू जॉब, और बिफोर यू कैन डू जॉब बेटर, फिनिश बिफोर सनराइज is good ground. Then you can Starbucks coffee, samosas. Please go. No. You can say, one is Satyagun, you can say. You are not Satyagun. Those will pull you. Nose, नाक से पकड़ के ले जाएगा, जहाँ समोसा है, जहाँ कचौड़ी है, जहाँ पुचका है, जहाँ और कुछ है हम बोलेगा नहीं। हट, कान पकड़। Actually, yes or no? Yes. How we become devotee without controlling? How we become danda danda? I don't carry danda because my danda is thanda. I know I have no control. I am trying. Please bless me. Yeah. That's why you have got exalted person here. We are invited. Come, we can learn from each other. The Grihastha is GBC, more higher, because a Vaishnava is better than, higher than sannyasi. Make sense? Yes. We have come here to become a pure Vaishnava. And Koti Shoki Mohan. In millions, one can become a pure devotee. It's not such a cheap thing. This is what I do. What Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, I do. All living entities, very few are human beings. Among human beings, very few follow Vedic culture. Among them, those who say, I am following Vedic culture, actually follow very little. Among them, most of them are kurmi. That means he is working hard like an ass or more, day by day more, to enjoy the fruit of his labor. He is kurmi. Among millions of kurmi, millions, one become Gary. He knows I am not this body. Among millions of Gary, one become Mukta. He He said that. Bhunam Janmanamante Gyanavan Mahaprabhu. Who is Gyani? Who surrendered to Krishna. And Vasudeva Sarvan Samata Sudurlabha. One is a Vaishnava, he is Sudurlabha. Durlabha being there. And Sudurlabha means rarest of the rare. That is Prabhupada. So if you follow, at least you become Sampriya. Yes or no?
Yes.
Makes sense? Yes. You can become. Prabhupada said, all my devotees are pure. Compared to outsider, of course they are pure. There is a degree compared to gradation. So you are going back to Godhead. Somebody may be walking, somebody bicycle, somebody rickshaw, some motorcycle, some car, some plane, some may be rocket. Make sense? কি বোঝা যাচ্ছে কিছু ঠিক কিনা যে যেমন করবে তা তেমন ফল যে কাম ক্রোধ থেকে মুক্ত সে ভগবানের কাছে যতক্ষণ কাম বাসনা আছে ফোটা মাত্র ভগবত ধামে যাওয়া যাবে না এখন এসব যদি বলি তো অনেকে ডিসকারেজ হয়ে যাবে কিন্তু সত্যি কথা বলতে হবে সুতরাং সে চেষ্টা করে We have to tell the truth depending on time, place, circumstance. Make sense? Yes. Anybody want to say any comment? Please say. Very good. Just tell him what to say. Yes, question, comment. With that, Govinda. Sadhu आता हिमालय से.
मैं जानना चाहता था कि जैसे हम लोग भजन तो करना चाहते हैं परंतु हमारा जो पिछला जन्म है या हमारा भाग्य है उसका क्या रोल है हमारे भजन में
We all want to perform devotional service, but what is the implication of our previous karma, our previous births? Does that have any?
Our Acharya said, Karmani nidhati kintu bhakti bhajan. If you do your devotional service, it will burn into ashes all your prarabdha. Otherwise it's difficult, yes. You are doing your devotional service, it will burn. If not, it take time. As well as I say, Je jatha mam prabhutam pitam prabhutu bhajami ham. Make sense? Right.
धन्यवाद
Gopal.
Regarding previous question about the enviousness, you always say most in Rajagun Tamagun, most of them. So when we come to the Samaj, devotee Samaj, Vaishnava Samaj, we bring this enviousness, calm, krodh, all these things.
Yeah, it's deeply rooted.
And then when we interact among each other, then there is very risk to Vaishnava aparadh. And even though we
Get to the point.
even though we're in Samaj of Vaishnava, instead of going up, we go down. So what is the solution for this for a normal common person?
And soliciting associated to your devotee Bhagwan. That's why reading this book. If you think you are a devotee, somebody asks me, I will say, I am trying to become a devotee. I am not a devotee. I am not a devotee. I am trying to. Devotee is not a cheap thing. This is the reality. But compared to outside people, they are not devotees. You understand? We are living in a related world. See from that point. Make sense? Try to see. We are in a related world, yes or no? So from outside, they are not bhakta. Go to Calcutta, Delhi, Bombay, they are in Nara. Because the big cities are Nara. So we have to go and preach and make them chant Hare Krishna. Then they are free from Nara, coming to Krishna consciousness. Isn't it? Everywhere is a Jogai Madhai now. Everywhere is Vidya is Jogai Madhai. Every country. Isn't it? there in Nora. So we have to deliver. At least we say, this chant Hare Krishna, take prasad, coming to Krishna consciousness. Make sense? It's a gradual process. But again, if you want to become a pure devotee, we start within. We still have areas. Huh? Yes or no? Come, clothes, look, more. How can you prove you are a devotee? In front of Prabhupada, in front of a saintly person. So I am trying. Whatever level that is different. Make sense? That's why you ask me, I got danda. I said, my danda is danda. I am not. Sannyasi is fully Buddha. He is not brahmachari. I am trying my best. Let Prabhupada bless me as much as I am trying my best. Make sense? Anybody want to say anything? Okay. So out week, there are more other programs there. I don't like to take time. They are asking me. So it doesn't disturb that. So please excuse me. I have to stop it here.
Hare Krishna.
And those are enlightened, please bless me.
So, more questions? Maybe Gurumaharaj, you can ask Gurumaharaj next time. So,
Shall I go? हिंदी में है रत्नमाला. Anybody want to take the book table there? Huh?
Hare Krishna.
हरे कृष्णा, ये रत्नमाला बुक है. ये इंग्लिश में पहले पब्लिश की गई थी. नीलकमल प्रभु ने गुरु महाराज के लेक्चर्स से ये बुक कंपाइल की थी और अभी इसको हम हिंदी में पब्लिश किए हैं. तो ये यहाँ स्टॉल पे अवेलेबल है. तो जो भक्त लेना चाहते हैं वो ले सकते हैं. इसकी सेवा केवल 60 रुपीज़ है, 60 रुपये. हरे कृष्णा.